Okay, we are underway here in the Sullivan Division boys meet. We have the 3,000 meter run right now on the track. That's Chase Leach of LaSalle Academy leading right now. So it looks like Chase Leach, Alex Maxwell, and Blake Rogers, I believe. So we do know LaSalle is going to win this heat and win this race. Chase, our 1,500 meter champion last week, running 4:13. And Chase comes in with a top time of 8:57 for the 3K. Alex Maxwell, 8:55. He was fifth at the state meet last year. So 600 meters in the books. And Chase Leach, again, leading over his other two teammates, Alex Maxwell and Blake Rogers. So right around 227, 228 at the 800 meter mark. So last week, Bishop Hendrick's Evan Reynolds had the top 3K time, 8:55.85. Jack McLaughlin, 8:56.19. So those were the top two times last week. And again, Chase Leach coming in with an 8:57 best. Alex Maxwell, 8:55. So certainly capable of breaking 9 minutes here today. So 1,200, about 339 for Chase Leach, who's led this from the start, but hasn't had much breathing room over his teammate right behind him, Alex Maxwell. So again, this is our Sullivan Division boys here on the track right now. Tomorrow, we will have the boys back on the track, the Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay Division. And then Sunday, the girls, Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay Divisions will be on the track. And this is the first event of the night, the 3,000 meter run. We'll have the 4x200 meter relay. Following this race, then the 1,500, the 55 hurdles, the 55 dash, the 600, 300, 1,000, and finish off with the 4x400 meter relay. So Chase Leach and Alex Maxwell. leading here, and they were about 450 at the mile mark.
Tell everyone about, in case you didn't hear the news. This week it was announced that Classical head coach Bob Palazzo was named National Federation of High Schools Track Coach of the Year. So we'd like to, Bob's here right now down the throwing area, so we'd like to give a hand to Bob, National Coach of the Year.
So I'm sure you heard Keith Lawton there in the background announcing about Bob Palazzo, the classical coach, winning the National Coach of the Year award. A well-deserved honor for Bob, who's been around for 30 years as a coach and has produced countless All-Staters, All-Americans, even a few Olympic trials qualifiers, as well as winning, I believe, at least 3 state titles under his reign. So we're back here on the 1500. Chase Leach pushing the pace with Alex Maxwell a few steps behind, and that's Blake Rogers in third. So just 3 competitors here in the 3,000 meter run. So it's anyone's race right now between the 2 teammates, Chase Leach and Alex Maxwell. Now, back in the summer, Alex Maxwell ran a PR of 9:24.31 at the Red Track Trials race. That was his top 2-mile time. But now, as we can see on the track, Chase Leach is building his lead, starting to pick up the pace a little bit. With 2 laps remaining, Chase Leach, the leader from the start, picking up the pace, breaking away from his teammate Alex Maxwell.
Hurdles and 55-meter dash and check in. 55-meter hurdles and 55-meter dash. I need Juanita Sanchez for the 55-meter hurdles.
So 1 lap remaining, about 8:31 on the clock, so he's going to have to really run hard to try to break that 9-minute barrier. And I believe he knows that he's that close because he is picking up the pace. So Chase Leach running strong the last few laps to break away from teammate Alex Maxwell. And a little over 9 minutes, about 9:03 for Chase Leach. Looking very strong in that race. Alex Maxwell coming in second, right around 9:10, 9:11. And here's Blake Rogers, 9:17 unofficially. So your winner, Chase Leach, last week's 1,500 meter winner, runs double the distance today and comes out on top again.
I might actually go over there with this.
Okay, next on the track we'll have the 4x200 meter relay. We have 2 heats of that. In heat number 1, East Providence, St. Raphael Academy, and Juanita Sanchez. So the second week in a row we're here at the PCTA giving you these free live streams. We'll be doing it for the next few weeks here at Ocean State Running. There's a few ways you can get to these live streams. We always post an article when the live streams are beginning, so you can just go right onto the article. We'll have both streams right on there, the track events as well as the field events. Or you can just go to our YouTube page. Today on our YouTube page we'll have the track events, but our field events will be on the Bay State Running YouTube page. We had a little difficulty, and that was what we had to switch over to. So generally they would be on the Ocean State Running YouTube page. So as you can see, we have our first legs of the 4x400 meter relay on the track right now. In our first heat, East Providence, St. Raphael Academy, and Juanita Sanchez.
There's nothing going on, right?
As you can see, we have multiple camera angles here at the PCTA to give you the ultimate viewing experience. Not only do we have two cameras on the track, we do have a GoPro that we walk around with so we can get the angles you're seeing right now, as well as going over to the high jump and other events like the long jump at certain parts of the meet. And now we have the start of the 4x200. Again, East Providence, St. Raphael Academy, Juanita Sanchez in this heat.
St. Ray's for the 55-meter hurdles. 55-meter dash, you can check in. 55-meter dash, you can check in. 600 meters can check in.
And that's Juanita Sanchez in the lead. East Providence and St. Ray's battling for that number 2 spot. But Juanita Sanchez with a big lead as they approach the third leg of the 4x200. 50 seconds going by on the clock. Juanita Sanchez taking control in this heat. East Providence and St. Ray's.
Moses Brown. Moses Brown, coach. Moses Brown, coach, report to the high
So
ground.
about a 40-meter lead for Juanita Sanchez, who has led from the start of this race.
Guys in the stands. Stay spread out. Please stay spread out in the stands.
Juanita Sanchez, a convincing winner in the 4x200, the first heat of the 4x200. East Providence and St. Raphael. So scheduled in heat number 2, we have the Wheeler School, Mount Pleasant, Central High, Classical, and LaSalle Academy. So 5 teams in heat 2, the final heat of the 4x200. LaSalle was a state runner-up last year in this. Oh no, actually that's the 4x400. But LaSalle was a runner-up in the New England Championships in this event last year.
LaSalle was a state runner-up last year. This runner actually got to 4x400. But LaSalle was a runner-up in the New England Championships in this event last year.
Yeah, so last year LaSalle Academy was a runner-up in both the state and New England Championships. So they're in this heat. The Wheeler School, Mount Pleasant, Central, Classical, and LaSalle there in lane number 6. So Central and LaSalle Academy battling for that top position on the second leg. A very close race between Central and LaSalle after 2 legs. Central holding strong, but LaSalle right behind, and Classical there in 3rd place. So 1 leg remaining, Central, LaSalle, Classical. And Central picking it up. And Central winning this heat. Looks like right about 135, 136. LaSalle Academy right behind.
Central, LaSalle, Classical. Central picking it up. Central winning this heat.
So 136.86, the official time for Central. The winner of the 4x200. So Central 136.86, 137.91 for LaSalle, 139.41 for Classical, the top three teams.
So 136.86, the official time for Central. Winner of the 4x200. Central 136.86, 137.91 for LaSalle, 139.41 for Classical.
So next on the track we have the 1500. We have two heats of this. Scheduled for heat number 1, Andrew Warden of St. Raphael, Caden Riley of St. Raphael, Carlos Hernandez Gomez of Blackstone Valley Prep, Anthony Mosca of Mount Pleasant, Michael Healy of Classical, Alexander Orth of the Wheeler School, Nate Fogarty of the Wheeler School, and Yuhan Chan of the Wheeler School. So those are the scheduled runners. We could have some scratches.
To the starting line.
Scheduled for heat number 1, Andrew Warden of St. Raphael, Caden Riley of St. Raphael, Carlos Hernandez Gomez of Blackstone Valley Prep, Anthony Mosca of Mount Pleasant, Michael Healy of Classical, Alexander Orth of the Wheeler School.
Mount Pleasant, I'm missing you 3,000 meter runner, Anthony.
All the Wheeler School scheduled
Mount Pleasant, 1,500 meters, Mount Pleasant.
1,500.
Here he comes. I need St. Grace for 55-meter dash. St. Grace for 55-meter dash.
So right now we're waiting for the first of two heats of the 1500 meter run to get underway. Slight delay. It looks like we have a late runner to the starting line. Seven and a half laps around this track. Okay, we're set to go here in the 1500. And the gun has been fired. And that's Andrew Warden of St. Raphael Academy taking the early lead. Looks like right around 34 seconds for that first 200 for Andrew. So Andrew Warden, right around 71 seconds for that opening 400. Mount Pleasant's Anthony Mosca right there in second. And I believe that's Nate Fogarty of the Wheeler School right there in third.
Okay, 600 meters can check in. I'm still missing quite a few. St. Grace, the South.
So 148 at the 600.
And 300 meters will start checking in.
So it looks like Nate Fogarty of the Wheeler School in second place. Okay, we're approaching 800 meters, and our leader from the start, Andrew Warden of St. Raphael Academy, only a sophomore. About 2:22 at the 800 mark. About a 12-second lead on, I believe, Nate Fogarty of the Wheeler School. Andrew Warden looking very strong, the St. Ray's sophomore. Like I said, 2:22 it looked like at the 800 meter mark. So about 4:24, 4:25, 1500 meter pace right now. See if he can hold it on. 3:39 on the clock, unofficially for his 1200 mark.
Get that on tape, did you?
So Andrew Warden, our leader from the start. Unofficially about a 4:36 for his 1500. Okay, next on the track is the second heat, the final heat of the 1500. Jack McLaughlin of LaSalle Academy, Cooper Machad of Classical, Adam Thibodeau of LaSalle Academy, Jack Pereira of St. Raphael, Nicholas Ma of Classical, David Parento of LaSalle, Samadra Tier of Central, and Jack Casey of LaSalle Academy. Our top seed is Jack McLaughlin, last week's 3,000 winner. Jack has a 4:05 best coming into this race, which he ran last year. Adam Thibodeau 4:10 last year. Actually, Adam 4:16 best last year, and Cooper Machad 4:15. So just like last week, look for Jack McLaughlin to take this pace out hard. Yeah, last week, Jack running 8:56.19 to win the 3K over Cooper Mershad. Now they're back on the track together in the 1500. And Cooper running like a 20-second PR last week, so my guess is he's going to run slightly faster than that 4:15 from last year. So 8 runners in the final of 2 heats in the 1500. Jack McLaughlin in lane number 1, our top seed, 4:05. PR coming into this race. Jack, of course, our cross-country state champion. And a guy that doesn't like to be in second. So as expected, Jack taking the lead from the gun. And right behind Cooper Mershad. And Jack Pereira. Looks like about 33 seconds unofficially after 200 meters. So Jack McLaughlin, Cooper Mershad, and Jack Pereira. And Adam Thibodeau there in 4th place. So about 66 seconds for Jack McLaughlin after the first 400. Jack already trying to build a lead right after just 400 meters of this race. So Jack McLaughlin, Cooper Mershad, Adam Thibodeau, and Jack Pereira. About 139, 138 for Jack McLaughlin. So running pretty even pace right now. Right about 33 seconds a lap. So about 2:12 for Jack McLaughlin. Cooper Mershad right behind in second, right around 2:14. But Cooper looking just as strong as Jack. And that's Adam Thibodeau in 3rd and Jack Pereira of St. Raphael Academy 4th, followed by Jack Casey of LaSalle Academy.
Okay, this is the last heat, the 1500. We do need a hurdle crew if coaches are available. I need a hurdle crew to help us with the hurdles.
2:46 at the 1,000-meter mark. Cooper Mershad right there in second. Adam Thibodeau, Jack Pereira, Jack Casey. A lot of Jacks in this race. Cooper Mershad hanging tough, but Jack appears to have a comfortable lead. About 3:19 unofficially after 1200.
55 hurdles and 55 dash all need to be reported to the starting line. 55 hurdles.
1 lap to go. 3:36 for Jack McLaughlin, the leader from the start.
I still need some 600-meter runners to check in. 300-meter runners to check in.
So there's our winner, Jack McLaughlin, right around 4:07, 4:08. Cooper Merchaud in second place, and that's Nicholas Mott of Classical coming on strong in that final lap, taking third, and I believe Adam Thibodeau in fourth. So a week after winning the 3,000 meter run, Jack McLaughlin runs half the distance and wins again in the 1,500. So next on the track will be the 55-meter hurdles, and that will be followed by the 55-meter dash, the 600, the 300, the 1,000, and last but not least, the 4x400 meter relay. So Jack McLaughlin, 4:08.64, his official time. Cooper Merchaud, 4:10.68, coming in second. In our third place time, 4:14.83 by Nicholas Mott of Classical, coming on strong in that final lap. And Adam Thibodeau in fourth place. Adam's time 4:17.40. Jack Pereira 4:18.30, and Jack Casey 4:22.28 for sixth. So now we have the 55-meter hurdles will be on the track. Jubro Bambola of LaSalle Academy, Sean Olivia, and Sam Healy. Sean from Juanita Sanchez and Sam from Classical.
Okay, 300 can report, 300 can check in, as well as 1,000. 300 and 1,000.
Killed it. Okay, the second of two heats in the 55-meter hurdles scheduled to compete in this heat. Josh Farrell of St. Raphael Academy, Ethan McKeon Carter of St. Raphael, Matthew Romano of LaSalle Academy, Terrell Gomes of Classical, Brandon Grace of Mount Pleasant, Brady Fisher of LaSalle, Fabio DeGracia of East Providence, and Matthew Patrone of East Providence. So a very close race, and it looks like Mount Pleasant's Brandon Grace might have won that race. And indeed it was Brandon Grace. It looks like 8.65 for Brandon. That would be the number 2 time in the state right now. Last week he ran 8.83 to win this race. So an improvement there. And Brady Fisher in second place. Brady's from LaSalle Academy. And Brady running 8.72. Terrell Gomes, 8.75 for third. Terrell from Classical. And now on the track we have the 55-meter dash. We have 5 heats of this race. In our first heat, Preston Tarlew of Hope High, Jaden Costa of LaSalle Academy, and Chris Montero of Classical. Denzel Young of Mount Pleasant ran the fastest time in the state last week, I should say, 6.72. Denzel will be in our 5th heat. So again, the 55-meter dash, we have 5 heats. This is the first of 5. Preston Tarlew, a freshman from Hope High School. Jaden Costa of LaSalle Academy, and Chris Montero of Classical in this heat.
We're not in this heat, I don't think.
And our first heat is underway. And that is Jaden Costa of LaSalle Academy taking that first heat.
I thought that was the good one. No, the good one's the one I had. The Moses. I think that gray one's the most consistent. This one's perfect. I love it. I like the thing that we had on.
Okay, scheduled to compete in the second of 5 heats. Adrian Sharzadi of Moses Brown, Ian Dyer of the Wheeler School, Zane Zadie of Moses Brown, Ryan Pava of East Providence, Ty Anderson of Moses Brown, Kindler McLaughlin of the Wheeler School, Daniel Rogers of the Wheeler School, and Sincere Pompey of Hope High School. Those are our scheduled starters, or our scheduled runners. And Jaden Costa running 7.16 to win that first heat. So heat 2 on the track. So heat number 3 now on the track. Noel Torres of Juanita Sanchez, Octavia Rodriguez, Sapero of St. Raphael Academy, Takari Stutz of Mount Pleasant, Alexandros Rivera of Juanita Sanchez, Edwin Young of Mount Pleasant, Nate Kelton of Moses Brown, Alexander Bautista of St. Raphael Academy, and Napoleon DeBarros of St. Raphael Academy in this heat. These are your scheduled runners. And that looked like Mount Pleasant's Edwin Young winning that heat.
Mount Pleasant to check in. I saw athletes from Willard, Central, and Mount Pleasant. 1,000 to check in. And for that, I need Willard, LaSalle to check in.
And from the heat number 2, Sincere Pompey won that heat, 7.24. And now we have section 4 of 5 on the track. We have 8 runners in this race. Looks like John Antonoff of the Wheeler School. Also in that heat, Pedro Mayola of St. Raphael Academy, Anthony Garcia of Classical, Kelvin Glean and Damar Lucier of Central, Zion D. Ogiga of Juanita Sanchez, Justine Fiore of East Province, and Ednil Campos of Classical. And our final heat of the 55-meter dash, we have Aliyah Owens of East Providence, Isaiah Briggs of Central, Judah Barfly of Central, Jardin Gibbons of LaSalle Academy, our number 1 seed, Denzel Young of Mount Pleasant, Samuel Badu of Classical, DeAndre Soares of LaSalle Academy, and Yusuf Abdullah of East Providence. Denzel running 6.72 last week. That was a PR for Denzel last week, 6.72. Actually, it was his first time breaking 7 seconds, so big improvement from the year before. And we'll have an official time for the winner coming up shortly. Jared Gibbons of LaSalle Academy, 6.71, with Denzel Young, 6.74, right there in second. So Jared Gibbons, only a sophomore, winning that race. So coming up, we'll have 2 heats of the 600-meter run. Our first heat, Josh Farrell of St. Raphael Academy, Carlos Hernandez Gomez of Blackstone Valley Prep, Nicholas Heedy of East Providence, Anthony Mosca of Mount Pleasant, Joshua Rodriguez of Blackstone Valley Prep, Kenneth Jakes of St. Raphael Academy, Darian Rith of Mount Pleasant, Jameson Vitulo of LaSalle Academy, and Jensen Martinez of Central High. Those are our scheduled runners in heat number 1 of the 600. 3 laps around this track.
4x4 report.
That's boys all day.
And we do have results from the girls' meet held prior to this meet. Jasmine Harris winning the 55-meter dash, 7.89. Jackie Como winning the 300, 43.94. In the 600, Caroline Cummings, 143.60 to win the 600. Natasha Goriaran of Moses Brown, 307.81, a big-time PR for her to win the 1,000. Lily Boren winning the 1,500, 5 minutes, .63. Caroline Jankowicz winning the 3K with a PR by at least 20 seconds, 10:32.16. Edie Tomka of LaSalle Academy winning the 55-meter hurdles, 9.77. LaSalle winning the 4x200, 152.56. LaSalle also winning the 4x400, 429.24. In the high jump, Edie Tomka coming out on top again, 4 feet 10 inches. Jackie Como winning her second title for the day. In the long jump, 17.2 and 3/4. Avian Rezandes of Classical winning the shot put, 30.3. Sarah Orts of Classical winning the hammer, the weight throw, I should say, 50 feet 3 inches. So those are our winners from the girls' meet held prior to the boys. And again, we have the 600. We have 9 scheduled starters in this race. The top time in the state right now, 125.82. And that's Josh Farrell of St. Raphael Academy taking the lead. Around 30 seconds after 200 meters for Josh Farrell. And that's Central's Jensen Martinez there in second place, and it looks like LaSalle's Jamison Vatulo of LaSalle right there in third place. After 2 laps, it looks like 64 seconds for our leader, Josh Farrell. But Jensen Martinez coming on strong on this back stretch. Can Josh hold him off? So Josh Farrell and Jensen Martinez trying to come on strong, but it looks like Josh is going to be able to hold him off down the stretch. Josh Farrell winning this heat, looks like about 140, 141. Jensen Martinez right behind him from Central High. So next on the track is the second heat of the 600. Javier Gomez of Classical, Carson Wallace of LaSalle Academy, Wade Deshore of Classical, Devin Kipiego of St. Raphael Academy, Nicholas Ma of Classical, Sam Healy of Classical, Juan Reyes of Central, Sean Olivio of Juanita Sanchez, and Alex Bautista of St. Raphael Academy. So Javier Gomez of Classical coming in with the fastest time among this group, 126.32. That's an effort that got him 8th at the state meet last year. Devin Kipiego, younger brother of Darius Kipiego, 800-meter All-American. This will be his first race since the class championships. So it'll be interesting to see how Devin does. Devin's obviously a promising sophomore from St. Raphael Academy. And that looks like Javier Gomez of Classical taking charge. And right there, Devin Kipiego. About 27 seconds for Javier. Devin Kipiego right there in second place. In Central's Juan Reyes in third. But this race is all Javier's. About 54 seconds after 400 meters. Devin Kipiego right there, 58, 59 seconds at the 400 meter mark. Javier Gomez looking very strong. So Javier Gomez, our winner, looks like about 127. Next on the track, we'll have the 300. We have 7 heats of the 300, 7 scheduled heats. In the first of 7, Alonso Rivera of the Wheeler School, Preston Tarlew of Hope High School, Damar Lassiter of Central High, and Sincere Pompey of Hope. That's our first heat. So again, we'll be here all weekend, I should say. Tomorrow we'll have the boys in the Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay division. The following day, the girls in the Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay divisions. And just like today, a free live stream. And the first heat of the 300-meter dash is underway. This is the first of 7 heats. And it looks like Central's Darmir Lassiter taking control in this heat. Hope's Preston Tarlew, only a freshman right there in second.
Let's go, end it here! Let's go, finish strong!
So about 41 seconds for our winner, Darmir Lassiter, in heat number 1. Next on the track is the second of 7 heats. Kindler McLaughlin of the Wheeler School, Joshua Rodriguez of the Blackstone Valley Prep, Edelson Centello of St. Raphael Academy, Adrian Cesardi of Moses Brown, and Kyle Pierce of St. Raphael. And Lassiter running 40.44 for that first heat, Darmir Lassiter. Adrian Sherzadi of Moses Brown in the lead here. Looks like about 45 seconds. And it looks like we have 5 in our heat here. Section 3 of 7. Joaquin Adams of Mount Pleasant, Ryan Stover of East Providence, Dylan Slavic of East Providence, Christopher Mullins of St. Raphael, and Lucas D'Souza of East Providence. So the top time in the state so far, 37.20 by John Schultz of North Kingstown, doing that last week.
To check in for the 4x4, representative from State Grade Classical.
And that's St. Raphael's Christopher Molina, a sophomore, leading this heat. And Molina winning about 43 seconds. So on the track now, the fourth of 7 heats. Noel Torres of Juanita Sanchez, Alexandros Rivera of Juanita Sanchez, Gabriel Lane of Moses Brown, Kelvin Glean of Central, and Elijah Owens of East Providence. So Molina running 43.74 officially in that last heat. It does look like we'll have our top two seeds running in the same heat. That Pedro Mayol of St. Raphael Academy and Denzel Young of Mount Pleasant in the sixth heat. But right now, the fourth heat of 7.
Sean, this must be the fourth.
And our fourth heat is underway here inside the PCTA Fieldhouse. And that looks like Juanita Sanchez, Noel Torres. But coming on strong, Kelvin Glean of Central, and it looks like Kelvin is going to win this race. And it looks like a time in the 39-second range. Possibly faster, but right now, from this vantage point, it looks like about 39 seconds unofficially. Okay, heat number 5, Casey Lambert, Moses Brown, John Antonoff of the Wheeler School, Isaiah Briggs of Central High, Edno Campus of Classical, and Mahari Nate of Juanita Sanchez. Mahari, our top-ranked 600-meter runner after running 125.82 last week. Coming down a distance. And that's Juanita Sanchez, Mahari not, right out there in the lead. And it looks like about 37 seconds. Mahari Nate, 600-meter champ last week, winning this heat in the 300. And we do have an official time on Glean in the heat previous, 39.04. That's the fastest so far, but let's see what Mahari, 37.79. So that's the fastest time so far. But like I said, in this heat, heat number 6, we have our two fastest seeds, Denzel Young and Pedro Mayol. Also in this heat, Ziandri Ogaba of Juanita Sanchez, Jubral Bangbala of LaSalle Academy, and Terrell Gomes of Classical. Pedro in that heat number in lane number 5, Denzel in lane number 3. And that's Mount Pleasant's Denzel Young taking control here. And it does look like about 38 seconds. I'm not quite sure if he's going to run faster than Mahari Nate. We'll find out. So again, the time to beat 37.79 by Mahari Nate. And Denzel Young run 38.34. So Mahari Nate with the fastest time so far. We still have one more heat left. Anthony Garcia, Classical High, Sean Diaz of Central, Corey Montero of LaSalle Academy, Samuel Badu of Classical, and Joseph Domingo of LaSalle Academy. Badu running 36.71 last year to win the Class A championship. So he's the runner to look at over here. And that's LaSalle's Corey Montero leading right now. So again, 38.34 for Denzel Young in the previous heat. 38.83 for Pedro Mayal. And Corey Montero winning that heat, 38.40. So Corey Montero winning the final heat, heat number 7. But Mahari Nate winning the individual title in this 300. The only runner to break 38 seconds today.
Please report to the starting line, first heat.
So Mahari Nate, 37.79 officially to win this heat, to win this race. So we are closing in on the conclusion of this meet. Just two more events remaining, the 1,000 and the 4x400 meter relay. We have two heats of the 1,000. Wade Deshore of Classical, Andrew Warden of St. Raphael Academy, Dario Damasio of LaSalle Academy, Spurl Graham of the Wheeler School, Milo Crisp of St. Raphael Academy, Oscar Lato Osborne of the Wheeler School, Michael Healy of Classical, and Sandra Tier of Central in heat number 1. So 5 laps around this track, the 1,000-meter run, 2 heats. So we will be back here tomorrow. We will not be doing a live feed. Just like last week, we will be videoing the races and then loading them up on our YouTube page almost instantaneously. So pretty much right when the race ends, it'll be on our site within 5 minutes. The following day, we will again do another live feed. And that will be the girls' meet, the Headley, Bayhay, and Dwyer division meets. We're hoping to have live feeds all weekend next weekend. But like I said last week, it's pretty much going to almost be like a live feed in the way we do it. Within 5 minutes after the race, you'll be able to watch it. We're pretty efficient here. So just a reminder, at all these meets, we'll be selling Ocean State running gear, sweatshirts, t-shirts, athletic pants, pretty sharp looking stuff. And all the money used will help us continue these live feeds that you're seeing this winter. That's Milo Crisp of St. Raphael Academy, or I believe Andrew Warden of St. Raphael Academy, taking the early lead right now. About 32 seconds at the 200-meter mark. So Andrew Warden in the lead. Spurl Graham of the Wheeler School right behind. And LaSalle's Dario Damasio moving up to second right now, right behind Warden. So about 67 seconds after 400 meters. We have 2 laps into this 5-lap race. In St. Raphael's, Andrew Warden. In LaSalle's, Dario Damasio. Both sophomores leading this, taking the top two positions right now.
Our kids are trying to fix something.
About 144 at the 600 mark. Warden Damasio, 1-2. So Warden pulling away in the final lap to win this race. It looks like about 3:02. Damasio coming in second to win the first of two heats of the 1,000. And now on the track, heat number 2 of the 1,000 meters. Nate Fogarty of the Wheeler School, Lachlan Bishop of LaSalle Academy, Cooper Machad of Classical, Jack Pereira of St. Raphael Academy, Nicholas Ma of Classical, Philip Seamus of LaSalle Academy, CJ McGill of St. Raphael Academy, and Chase Leach back on the track running in lane number 8. Chase was our 3,000 meter champion. So plenty of rest to come back here and run a strong race in the 1,000. Okay, our final heat of the 1,000 now underway on the track. And that's Chase Leach taking over the front position. Only briefly. Looks like Cooper Machad taking control. With Lachlan Bishop right there in second. In the Wheeler School's Nate Fogarty in third place. So Cooper Machad leading the way. About 63 seconds at the 400. So Cooper Machad, 133 unofficially, 134 at the 600 mark. Lackland Bishop right there in second place, but Cooper picking up the pace and increasing his lead here on the backstretch. So with 1 lap to go, Cooper Machad right around 2:07 at the 800. 1 lap to go, and he has got a strong lead coming down the final straightaway, the last straightaway. Lackland Bishop and Chase Leach coming on strong. So right around 239, 240 for Cooper Machad. Lackland Bishop coming in second, Chase Leach in third. We do have a time for the previous heat. Andrew Warden 3:01.94 to win that heat. But Cooper Machad, our overall winner, again around 239, 240. We will have the official time once that comes up. So tomorrow, the boys, Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay divisions. The following day, the girls, Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay divisions will be on the track. And 239.80 officially for Cooper Machad winning that race. Lackland Bishop in second place. Chase Leach in third. Lackland running 241.21, 241.94 for Chase Leach. Jack Pereira 248.01 to take fourth. So one more event on the track, and we can call it a night here at the PCTA. The 4x400 meter relay, St. Raphael Academy, East Providence, LaSalle Academy, Classical, and Juanita Sanchez scheduled to be competing in this race.
How much percentage you got up there?
96%. Went from nothing. Clark went through stuff, but she made it all happen. Like it's all herself.
So the final event, the 4x400 meter relay, is underway. Again, St. Raphael Academy, East Providence, LaSalle Academy, Classical, and Juanita Sanchez in this race. That's Juanita Sanchez, followed by LaSalle Academy, Classical, St. Raphael, and East Providence in that order. So right around 53, 54 seconds for that first leg from Juanita Sanchez. Very solid time. 3:47, our top time from last week. So Juanita Sanchez and LaSalle coming on strong right there in second. St. Raphael and Classical. So 1:48 at the halfway mark. So 3:36 pace. Again, our top time from last week, 3:47. Juanita Sanchez leading from the beginning. Juanita Sanchez, Classical, LaSalle, and St. Ray's in that order. But Juanita Sanchez, right from the beginning, has taken charge in this race. And now are approaching the final leg. Little difficulty with the handoff, but still far ahead of the second place team. So one more lap to go. We have Juanita Sanchez in Classical. And Classical coming on strong. Classical winning this race.
They should have pulled her instead of them. Yeah. Oh, wait, can I add that? Oh, yeah, it should be.
And that was Javier Gomez running that strong final leg for Classical to overtake Juanita Sanchez the final few meters of this race. 3:47.63 officially for our winner, Classical High School. Number 3 in the state right now, Juanita Sanchez. Second, 3:48.43. LaSalle Academy, 3:51.49. St. Ray's, 3:55.94. And East Providence, 4:15.28. So that wraps up the meet here today. The Sullivan Division boys is in the books, and we have already finished with the girls. So again, we'll be back here tomorrow at the PCTA with the boys, Dwyer, Headley, and Bayhay divisions, followed by the girls on Sunday. And at the girls meet, we will be doing a live feed. And again, tomorrow we will be videoing the races and loading them immediately on our website, oceanstaterunning.com, right after the race, almost instantaneously. So thanks for joining us tonight. And again, we'll be back here tomorrow as well as on Sunday.